Up, everybody? Jimmy Faluca reporting with Frank. Frank, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jimmy.
The last time I was able to be in the company of Frank was at my engagement party. Frank, first of all, I want to thank you for being there and everybody else that was there. You guys made our day very special, and I'm looking forward to you guys being there on our wedding day in a couple of years.
That's great.
Yeah, we had a good time. Couple of Nature Boy struts after we were all done having our fun in that place. It was really nice.
Didn't you drop an elbow, I think?
Yes, I did. I did drop an elbow on my suit jacket. I just felt the need to. Pretty fitting since I actually have the 10 pounds of gold sitting on my shoulder. I think even Nate would be proud of that. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next 2 weeks we got Battleground coming up, which means Frank and I got business we got to take care of. We got to go through the card. Frank, as of this moment, this is the card. We have the primetime players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, going up against the New Day, Big E Langston and Kofi Kingston, with Xavier Woods outside. I don't foresee the New Day winning the belts back. What do you think?
They may, and then, what you call it? Maybe, primetime players will get it back at SummerSlam. Maybe they'll have like a three-way tag team match.
I guess it's possible. I mean, hey, listen, anything's possible. So you think New Day?
So you primetime players been getting big pops? I haven't been watching.
Based on what I've seen, I haven't seen that much. They haven't really been getting a lot of pops.
They haven't?
No.
Oh, I think maybe they'll drop.
They may end up dropping the belts. Who knows? The next match we got is the Intercontinental Championship. Ryback defending his title against the Big Show and the Miz. I do not foresee Ryback losing this match. Nor should he.
No, I don't either.
Nor should he, in my opinion. What do you think?
I have no doubt about it. He won't lose.
I'm sticking with the Ryback, as are you. We also have Roman Reigns going up against Bray Wyatt. My mind tells me Roman Reigns. My heart tells me Bray Wyatt. Because Bray needs this win immensely.
Roman Reigns is not losing.
No, I know Roman Reigns isn't losing. That's why I said my mind is telling me Roman Reigns. I have no beef with Roman Reigns whatsoever. Frank, I don't know what you stand on him. I think he's gotten better in the ring. His promos, not so much, but like I said months ago, less is more with him.
He's never going to take that next step unless he can get better on the mic. What's the formula for Raw? The champion comes out, he talks for 10 minutes. He can't do that. There's no way he could do that.
Tell that to some of his fans who get butthurt when you bring up the fact that he can't talk.
Who said it? I forgot who said it. It's about being the company guy. You know, the next night when you have to come up and open up off, 10-minute talking and carry the match, carry the show from the beginning to the end. You know.
No. Like I said, I don't see Bray Wyatt winning this match, although I think he needs it. The guy's in desperate need of a big win. All the big wins that he was supposed to have were given to guys that didn't need it. Taker and Cena. It's a shame because the guy's so talented, but hey, listen.
I think probably for the rest of the year, he's just going to be he's going to just they're going to keep doing the same thing with him. He's going to keep challenging somebody out of the blue.
At least this feud makes but at the very least this feud makes sense. He's targeting Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns took his chance to be in the Money in the Bank match for the belt. I mean for the briefcase. So at the very least this feud makes sense. In a way.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, they have no direction for this guy, and I think that's a shame because I don't think that you should be that talented and have no direction. But let's move on. The next match on the card, as of this moment, is John Cena versus Kevin Owens. My heart says Kevin Owens, but my brain tells me what I've known for the last 10 years. Cena wins. And I will complain online, and I will complain at my job, and I will complain with my friends, because I'm sick of seeing him win. And that's the end of that. How about you, Frank?
Well, because Kevin Owens lost, now everybody thinks he's automatically going to win the belt, but I don't know if he's going to lose. I probably think he's not going to win the belt. They're going to probably save that for SummerSlam.
No. All I know is this: Kevin Owens should not be doing the clean job. I can tell you that right now. He did the clean job at elimination at a blah. He did the clean job at Money in the Bank. If they want to push this to SummerSlam, it's got to be a double disqualification or something. But you can't. In my mind, if I'm doing this right, and you want the title change to be at SummerSlam, that's easy. Have Owens knock out a referee, and then have Cena get frustrated and knock out a referee himself. So it's a double. There's a double.
There's finishes. You could do anything.
Exactly. Have it be a double disqualification, and have it be like a pull apart brawl, to where at SummerSlam, now it's a personal vendetta. Make it a no holds barred match. Because think about it, they've been doing this feud, which, in honestly, much as I can't stand fuckboy Buckethead, I give credit where it's due. It's been a good feud, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it has been a very good feud.
But this feud serves no purpose if Kevin Owens does not win the United States Championship clean as a bell.
Well, I can tell you, Cena will. It's not a matter of when, if it's when he's going to drop the belt, and like I've been saying, that's going to be his springboard to the main event, back to the title picture.
That should not happen. Cena's had his 10 years in the world title picture. He doesn't belong there anymore. There are too many great talent coming up the fucking pipeline. His job should simply be doing jobs and helping establish talent, not taking the glory for himself. He's had 15 world titles. He's had 10 years as the face of the company. Enough. Move on.
He's got to tie the record still.
He doesn't have to do anything. I mean, if you're telling me my career in professional wrestling is you're going to be a 15-time world heavyweight champion, I would beg to not have number 16 because Ric Flair.
Do you think this guy's he's won his last belt? You honestly think he's won his last belt?
It should be his last title reign because Ric Flair deserves to keep that record for himself. I don't care if Ric Flair says, sure, Cena can break my record. The guy wants a fucking paycheck.
Honestly, I think that's a bullshit record. You lose what? You won 16 times, and you lost 19 times.
With the streak gone, it's the only sacred record in wrestling.
I think a better record is how long you hold the belt, not how many times you win it. That just means you just lost it a bunch of times.
I see what you're trying to say, but I don't want John Cena being held in the same regard as Ric Flair. He doesn't deserve it. I don't care how many Make-A-Wishes he does. He doesn't deserve it, and let's move on. In the main event, we got Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman going up against Seth Rollins. Now, based on what we saw tonight on Raw, first of all, Kane was on vacation. Wherever the fuck that means he was. J&J Security got dismantled tonight by Brock Lesnar because that car that Seth Rollins gave them as a gift, Brock turned it into scrap iron.
Oh, he crushed it?
Destroyed it with a couple of axes. Suplexed poor fucking Joey Mercury. Belly to belly suplexed him onto the hood of the car. Broke the windshield. And put Jamie Noble in the Kimura lock and broke his arm. So now Seth Rollins is all alone. I would love to know how the hell they're going to do this. See, because if I'm booking the territory, it's simple. Seth Rollins wins the match. However, hang on, Brock doesn't lose clean in my world until WrestleMania. You save a win like that for something major.
Yeah.
If I had my way, you have Bray Wyatt sneak in a win on Reigns. Reigns snaps. He bumps shoulders with Brock Lesnar in the back. And just as Brock has Seth Rollins up for that F5, he eats a spear and then he gets the 3 count. And at SummerSlam, you do the rematch of Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns because the guys already proved they could put on a match that people will remember. Much as I'm not a tremendous fan of Roman Reigns, I have no beef with the guy. However, the match at WrestleMania was very enjoyable, at least from where I was sitting. Maybe it was because he was getting his ass kicked. Maybe it was because Brock was just being the beast that we all know that he is. Or maybe that the match was just very excitable. Up until the point where Brock got busted open, and I thought, oh no, they're not going to give this guy Cena booking. Please don't. Please.
Yeah. who knows? Who knows? Maybe you never know. Maybe Brock.
All I know is Seth Rollins is walking out with the title. What do you say?
I don't know if that's guaranteed.
Really?
Yeah. You never know. They might shake things up.
Well, hey, listen. If that's the case, I welcome the shake-up. Because you want to know what? Do something different. I would, after the rating that they got last week, Frank, on the Washington, D.C. show, where they only had 3.4 million people watching, and you can make all the excuses that you want for the ratings, the other shows that have the high ratings don't have to make excuses because people are watching. So.
Well, traditionally, these are the slow months in.
Yeah, but there was no excuses made back when wrestling was hot. There were no excuses made. It was always hot all year round. Holidays.
Yeah, but even in those months, I mean,
even during baseball and football season, business was still fucking hot.
With the exception of 98, 99, the other years, it's always been a little downtime.
Well, now let's also move on to SummerSlam. There's a lot of speculation on what's going to happen at SummerSlam. People are saying, not just dirt sheet rumors, but discussions. There's a lot of discussion that's had in person. Not all of this just takes place on the internet. The internet is simply a forum that's used to get opinions and discussions out there, which I think is a good thing. Sometimes not so much a good thing. Based on what I have been hearing, they're looking to do Triple H versus Seth Rollins. Now, my only beef with this match is this. I have no doubt the match would be fucking great because Triple H is not a bad worker and Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins. He's fucking Tyler Black could have a good match with just about anybody. But I just don't know, does Triple H do the clean job for the kid?
He would.
If that's the case, then I'm all for it. The other match I heard rumored was Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and I don't know where they go with that. I don't know what they do with that. And the other match that, obviously is rumored is Cena versus Owens, the last match for the United States Championship. And like I said, it's already in my head. Cena's winning. Owens becomes just another guy.
No. If they do have a match at SummerSlam, I think Cena goes down.
If Cena loses the feud, I will be very shocked.
He won't lose the feud. It would be 2-2. If he wins the Battleground, then he loses at SummerSlam. It's 2-2, so he's not really losing the feud.
I mean, when I say winning the feud, I mean Owens gets the last laugh. He gets the last word. To me, that's winning the feud. Brock Lesnar won the feud with The Undertaker both times that they feuded because Brock got the last word. That's what I'm saying. Daniel Bryan won the feud against Triple H because the one match they had, Daniel Bryan got the last laugh.
Right.
Let me see. What's another? Undertaker won the feud with Mankind because Undertaker got the last laugh. He killed him in Hell in a Cell. Triple H won the feud with Stone Cold Steve Austin when they had that 2 out of 3 falls match because Triple H got the last laugh. That's winning the feud. So I don't see Owens winning the feud because it's fucking Cena. And that's all I have to say about it. What do you say, Frank?
I think Owens should come away with the U.S. Championship.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I just don't think it's happening because I'm preconditioned.
No, I think it will.
Well, hey, you're much more positive than I am, but hey, if it happens, great. Go for it. Make a new guy. And do it right.
Yeah, and then Owens should hold that belt until the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania.
I'm all for it. Like I said, you didn't need any of the mid-card titles to be on big names. All you needed was good booking from the start. They could have booked fucking Wade Barrett as a good Intercontinental Champion. They just never gave the guy the time of day, even though I think...
Well, now look, supposedly now the U.S. belt means something, right? So now Owens it puts Owens over as the U.S. champion, and if they book him right, where he's a monster, then that'll work. If he's just in a job every other week, then it's over.
Exactly. That's the whole point. That is the entire point. The champions are not supposed to be losing on free television.
Or if they book him as a chicken shit champion where he runs away and never defends the belt, or
There you go. And basically what you just said, Frank. You know,
he's got to cheat. Then
that's why Frank and I were both saying a while ago, you didn't need to put the Intercontinental title on Daniel Bryan in order for the Intercontinental title to mean something. All you needed was to give the champion who was holding the title good booking. Just like with the United States Championship. You didn't need the belt to be on Cena in order for it to be meaningful again. All you needed was to have the champion holding the belt have good booking. But to their logic, Cena's the only one that's going to get that kind of booking, so it made sense to put the U.S. title on him. So it's just a whole bunch of menagerie, and I really don't give a damn. That's the thing for SummerSlam. In other news, the what do you call it? The game cover for the WWE 2K16 was revealed today. 2K16 as in Austin 316 because Stone Cold's on the cover.
Oh, Austin's on the cover?
And it's a double-edged sword from where I sit. And the reason I say it's a double-edged sword is because you could have very easily just had all three members of the Shield. And I think people would have been fine with that. But at the same time, they're trying to get name recognition out there, and who's more recognizable with wrestling than Stone Cold, except maybe Hulk Hogan and The Rock.
Yeah.
So, that's the point I've been trying to make for years. The only way you're going to build these guys up to be on that level is if you book them the right way. No one's going to take Seth Rollins seriously if he's constantly running away. At least when Triple H was the WWF champion and he was fighting Mick Foley, kicked the fuck out of Mick Foley and beat him clean. You know, shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
At the very least, when Ric Flair was fighting these guys in these 40 to 50 minute classics, he was getting them with a roll up or something. But Flair would hold his own. But in certain circumstances, he would have the Horsemen because it made sense. Like in the feud he had with Dusty. It made sense because all the Horsemen were against Dusty. There were times that Flair was just feuding with certain people that it was just him. You know, did he beat Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with any interference whatsoever? No. He beat Ricky Steamboat because Flair was the better man on that night. Like I said, you got to build these guys up to a certain level. And I said this earlier in the evening. As much as I love The Undertaker, and everyone knows that I do, you give The Undertaker the type of booking you're giving Bray Wyatt, does he become what he did? No.
Of course not.
No. It's the fucking booking. People bitch and moan and want to fucking have sour grapes because Bray Wyatt doesn't wrestle on Raw. It's not Bray Wyatt's fucking fault they don't let him perform on Raw. It's the fucking booking. Book the guy on the show. I guarantee you, and this is where I can turn around and say, Frank, that I can do a better job. You give me the pencil and Bray Wyatt's career. By now, the summer of 2015, the guy is already competing for the world title. Not in a bullshit feud with the next face of the company who he's going to job to clean. You know, Bray Wyatt's just another guy, and I wonder where that started.
If you're going to keep them off TV, or everybody off TV, and then just let them appear every other month, you can't have them come back in their first match and lose.
No. No, you can't. No, you cannot.
He got squashed by Roman Reigns in the third match that night.
When I saw that, I said to myself, I have no faith in them when it comes to Bray Wyatt. Because...
Yeah, and then he lost the Money in the Bank?
Bray Wyatt didn't even wrestle.
Oh, he didn't even wrestle, so there you go.
So, you're telling me the guy wrestles a match against Ryback. This is the WWE's logic. He has a great performance in the Royal Rumble. The next month, he challenges The Undertaker. Gets his ass kicked. No shows the next pay-per-view. Fights Ryback at the next pay-per-view and beats him. But at the next pay-per-view, he doesn't even fucking wrestle, but Ryback's winning the Intercontinental title. And now he's going to lose to Roman Reigns. What fucking sense does that make? I mean, it makes me want to pick something up and throw something with the way they fucking book this kid. It drives me nuts.
If you're going to make him an attraction, then you have to book him as a winner.
Thank you, Frank. But I'm just a smark who thinks I know better. No.
What would happen if Brock Lesnar lost every time he came back?
Thank you.
Right. It's obvious.
But that's the problem, Frank. People don't like when we point out the obvious because we're...
Well,
and then we get the stupid comments on our YouTube channel of, you think you know everything when you really don't know nothing. And by the way...
Nobody knows nothing, except for maybe Vince McMahon.
Really? Because Vince McMahon said that Cesaro doesn't connect with the audience, and I think the last 2 weeks he's proven he does.
Well, I mean, as far as he creates everything and he okays everything, so he's the only guy that counts. He's the only guy that knows. Nobody's in Vince McMahon's mind what he's going to do, what he's going to not do.
I tell you what, I think that the Japan show is living proof that Vince needs to go. Because let me tell you something, the commentary on the Tokyo show was fucking phenomenal. I couldn't get over it. I was enjoying Michael Cole's commentary, and I can't stand that fucking guy. Cannot stand him. Never will be able to stand him. The biggest John Cena fucking supporter on camera that I've ever seen, and it makes me want to throw up every time him or JBL turns around and says, he's the greatest of all time. Oh, so he's
because they're telling them to say
but
that.
hearing it come out of their mouth just makes me want to throw up. Give me a break, man.
Well, listen, those specials, whatever, those house shows that they televise at the NXT, it's got a different feel.
Yes, it feels like a wrestling show. It doesn't feel those shows, the fucking house show that they did in Tokyo, the NXT shows, every one of them does not feel like sports entertainment. It feels like professional fucking wrestling, which is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the Raw and some pay-per-views they feel like one big promotion commercial.
It feels like an infomercial, basically.
Yeah, it feels like a big commercial. They're pushing the products that the sponsors. They're pushing already.
Nobody and their mother gives a fuck about.
Yeah, it's right. And even during the pay-per-view, they're pushing stuff for the next.
Yeah. But
pushing Total Divas, they're pushing this. It's
and
like,
nobody watches that shit. Nobody watches Total Divas.
I know, well, some people watch it, but, I mean, it's like, do we really have to have all this fucking promotion and advertising?
To answer your question, Frank, no, they don't. They're just trying to fill time because they have a 3-hour show that can no longer be 3 hours. I know that there are people that disagree with us and there are people that agree with us, but I think something that all of us could agree on, 3 hours is too fucking long.
Well, let's just say it's 2 hours worth of minus an hour of commercials, right? So you have 2 hours left. They don't have to have wrestling constantly. They could. I always say this. They could do a skit. Go to
do something outdoors. Go to fucking Bray Wyatt's home in Louisiana. See him fucking skinning a crocodile or something. Go to Brock Lesnar's home in Minneapolis or wherever the fuck he moved in Canada, and have him training for his next big fight or something like that. Do something. Mean Gene and fucking Bobby Heenan used to show up in the weirdest of fucking places. Yeah, what about when fucking Gene Okerlund used to go into the bowels of the arena and interview The Undertaker and Paul Bearer in this dark room surrounded by candles and a casket? That was fucking creative. Well, I love that interview from Survivor Series 91.
But Daniel Bryan update. Have an interview with Daniel Bryan.
Oh, he's not Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns was injured, you couldn't shut him up. Daniel Bryan, you don't get one fucking update. Nothing. And I'll tell you why you don't get nothing. I'm going to give you a little secret. They don't fucking want him. And I say he should write his contract out and go to fucking Ring of Honor. Go to Japan, where he'll be appreciated. Because I guarantee you, in the next few months, they're going to announce he's going to retire, and it's eventually going to come out that he's fine. Because with the concussion thing, they ain't letting him wrestle again. With that lawsuit, they ain't never letting him wrestle again. They will never let him compete again. And the only way Daniel Bryan's ever going to be able to wrestle again is if he wrestled under the name Bryan Danielson in another company. And wherever he goes, my money will follow.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Well, I would love to see him leave that company because they don't
He
fuck.
might go to Japan and have a match here or there, but I don't think he's gonna.
Let me tell you something, Frank. That motherfucker ever wrestles another match, wherever it is, I will watch.
Oh, I bet you will.
I will.
So,
He has not wrestled his last match, but he's wrestled his last match with WWE. They're never going to let him wrestle in their ring again with this concussion fucking lawsuit because to them PC is more important than their product. But let's quickly run through the Japan show. Adrian Neville and Chris Jericho did an amazing fucking job. Amazing fucking job.
yeah, you gotta give props to Jericho. He looked a little bit puffy, but the guy could still go. Let me tell you, a few weeks ago, there was a topic of who's the most underrated wrestler of all time. You can manage to throw Jericho's name in there, too. Nobody talks about Jericho too much as an all-time great wrestler. I'm
sorry, Frank?
I said a few weeks ago, there was a topic of who's the most underrated wrestler in history. And you could make a case for Chris Jericho.
No, yeah.
Nobody
Listen,
talks about him
Jericho is one of those people, similar to Eddie, that is an amazing in-ring performer, and at the drop of a dime can make you love him and make you hate him. Now, to me, Eddie was a better character, was a better talker. Because, I don't know,
Eddie Guerrero.
I'm sorry?
Eddie Guerrero?
Yes, he was a better talker than Chris Jericho.
Nah, no way.
To me, hey, listen, to you like Jericho, that's fine. I don't mind Jericho, but to me, Eddie was just able to articulate himself in a certain way. Eddie could make you love him and hate him in a drop of a dime. He was that good. Eddie was one of those guys that he was once in a lifetime talent, but Jericho and Neville had a great match, and Jericho did not win with the Walls of Jericho. He won with the Lion Tamer. There is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great match. I enjoyed seeing Brock Lesnar just fuck up the New Day. I'm sorry. I'm a psycho. I love watching Brock Lesnar fuck shit up.
No, come on. Anything less, it would have been a disappointment. Yeah, come on.
My father turned around and said, Kofi's not going to get 3 minutes of offense, and sure enough, that's what they said on the commentary. And surprisingly, they even said on the show that Brock is a former IWGP heavyweight champion.
Yeah, that's surprising. You never really.
Yeah, you know why you heard that? Because Vince wasn't at the fucking show. They mentioned all other promotions. Like, now we get into the next match, which was Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens, which I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This match should have closed the show. Because the show is built around this match.
I agree.
Kevin Owens and Finn Balor had the match of the night. Finn Balor's entrance, as usual, fucking breathtaking. If for whatever reason Daniel Bryan does retire, as far as the WWE goes, Finn Balor will be my new number one guy.
Yeah, he's money, man.
Oh, let me explain something to you, my dear friend. I look at him and I see money. I look at him and I see the next tippy-top guy. He is a monster. The guy's a great wrestler, has a great look, has a great entrance. The guy's just fucking good. Now, if he improves his speaking ability, it'll be even better.
Yeah, he's got a very good. He's that entrance and his whole persona. That's very good.
And plus you have Kevin Owens, who's just a fucking amazing bad guy. I mean, what does he do in the middle of the match? He sets Finn Balor up, he runs across the ropes twice, and what does he do? He puts a headlock on him, and he's like, "Are you not entertained?" And then he yells out, "Good, because I hate this country and the people in it." I'm like, what a great heel. I'm saying to myself, Kevin Owens, you are a magnificent heel.
In an interview, he credited Stone Cold with helping him. Stone Cold told him never to always keep yapping, always keep talking, no matter what. And that's why he's always doing that.
And you want to know something? I love it. When he does that, I love it. I love it. And you know what's funny, Frank? When Kevin Owens is fighting a certain somebody who I promise not to rant on anymore on the main roster, I'm cheering for Owens. But when Owens is wrestling on NXT against somebody like a Samoa Joe, or an Adrian Neville, or a Sami Zayn, or in this case, Finn Balor. I'm fucking cheering for the other guy.
Why is that?
Because the simple fact of, okay, on NXT, the baby faces are loved by the audience, and I absolutely love them.
Right.
I love Kevin Owens too, but if I gotta choose, I'm going for Finn Balor. He's my guy.
You want them to beat Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens does his job as a heel.
He does a great job as a heel.
Okay.
Does a great job as a heel. Whereas other people do a shit job as a babyface.
Right.
Like, honestly, I'm saying the motive should be a double turn between Kevin Owens and Cena. If they were smart, think about that. Can you imagine if they did a double turn with those two men? Where Cena just cannot beat him.
Not gonna happen.
No, obviously it's not going to happen. They don't have the balls to turn Cena bad. They don't have the balls to do that. I'm just saying, could you imagine the magnitude of something that big happening on a stage like a SummerSlam? Where Owens wins the match, he goes to shake Cena's hand, and then Cena just fucking annihilates him?
That would be great.
It would be incredible. It would be incredible.
It would be different.
It would be different, and it would create a must-see environment, which is something they desperately need. But that's going to be it for this segment, guys. Frank and I will be coming right back with some more rumors and news.